Farewell to old England forever. Farewell to my rum culls as well. Farewell to the well-known Old Bailey, where I used for to cut such a swell, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity, singing Tooralai, ooralai, eh, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity. We're bound for Botany Bay. Tain't leaving old England we cares about. Tain't 'cause we misspells what we knows, but because we all light-fingered gentry hops about with a log on our toes, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity, singing Tooralai, ooralai, eh, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity. We're bound for Botany Bay. Now the captain, as is our commander, the boatswain and all the ship's crew, are the first and the second class passengers, knows what we poor convicts go through, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity, singing Tooralai, ooralai, eh, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity. We're bound for Botany Bay. Oh, had I the wings of a turtle dove, I'd soar on my pinion so high, slap bang to the arms of my Polly love, and in her sweet presence I'd die, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity, singing Tooralai, ooralai, eh, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity. We're bound for Botany Bay. So come all you young dukies and duchesses, take warning from what I've to say. Mind all is your own, as your toucher says, or you'll find us in Botany Bay, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity, singing Tooralai, ooralai, eh, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity. We're bound for Botany Bay, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity, singing Tooralai, ooralai, eh, singing Tooralai, ooralai, adity. We're bound for Botany Bay.
Not too bad. Down here, let me see, where is my finger? Right there, there's some white vans. That's where we're sleeping. Let's have a look. Oh, such a pretty place.
So that is what they call the nut. And if you can see it, it's quite distinctive. So out of everything else around, it has been worn away except for this solid piece of rock. It's just this plateau that rises up out of the ocean. Wow, look at it. Even all the way back, there's just nothing that connects it. discussing two old entry arches, which we can pick out down here, which look very similar to the convict constructions that we just saw. If we pan back this way now, you'll be able to catch a glimpse of the historical building. Now, we didn't realise it was a private residence, but this used to be part of the convict settlement that they had up here. It's quite a place. I know the convicts weren't treated very well, but they certainly had a very picturesque place. If we keep going around, we can see the relics, the old stone structures that we were looking at before.
Chains I'm bound, in exile from my native land as a traitor to the crown. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. I was born unto the Dublin streets, a native wild and free. When I was young, I'd sport and run by the Coombe and Liberties. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. Well, all were poor, we did endure the worst of old John Bull.
Look at how cute all these little homes are. They're all the same. All weatherboard, but so well looked after. Very cute.
Keep it running and I'll go along that section of the tunnel. Look how nicely preserved they are. Hopefully we can come back down the other way.
Look at these little antique places, pharmacies, wine bar.
That's a steep walk. Lower part basically looks right onto the water. There's a lighthouse.
worst of old John Bull. The deprivations of our lot we swore we'd pay in full. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. So I joined the brave militiamen, and we assembled in a band, and we marched on the fight to win for to free our native land. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. Well, we fought hard and we fought long, but outnumbered 5 to 1. We were hunted through the lanes and streets, killed with pike and gun. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. Well, some were hung on the gibbet spun, and woeful was their fate. I was taken to Kilmainham jail, my sentence to await. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. Well, the jury found me guilty, and they stood my crime to pay. Well, the judge he called out from the dock, well, you're bound for Botany Bay. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. I saw my aged father trembling at the bar. Likewise I saw my mother tearing her white hair. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. Well, they took me to a vessel moored at Customs House Quay. Well, the sailors stood around and jeered, no more this land you'll see. Oh son, your days are done, you're bound for Botany Bay. And I watched old Erin fade from view, and tears did flood my eyes. That verdant land I'll see no more until the day I die. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. My name is James O'Donnell, in iron and chains I'm bound, in exile from my native land as a traitor to the crown. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay. Oh son, where are you gone? You're bound for Botany Bay.
You just can't see how pretty this is in the camera. So beautiful. All their walks are like this. All these ferns everywhere.
They babies? Hmm? They're chirping like babies.
I love my echidna, I love my echidna. No one else has got a pet like mine. He's prickly and small, he won't chase a ball, but me and my echidna get on fine. Dogs and cats and birds are fun, but they're not right for everyone, and an elephant's too big to keep at home. Though occasionally he spikes me, deep down I know he likes me. It's fun to have an echidna of your own. I love my echidna, I love my echidna. I met him when we both were very young. It was purely by chance. He was looking for ants, which he caught with his long and sticky tongue. Now when I take him to a barbecue, I don't need to tell him what to do. Well, he keeps the bugs and ants away from me. At picnics he's a big success. Well, you couldn't fail to be impressed at how useful an echidna friend can be. I love my echidna, I love my echidna. No one else has got a pet like mine. He's prickly and small, he won't chase a ball, but me and my echidna get on fine. Now dogs and cats and birds are fun, but they're not right for everyone, and an elephant's too big to keep at home. Though occasionally he spikes me, deeper down I know he likes me. It's fun to have an echidna of your own. Oh yes, it's fun to have an echidna of your own.
So I've just found this. Every now and again we come up with these boxes. And I don't know if you can see, but look at the swarm. They're all bees. Look at that. They're everywhere. Oh, bees, bees everywhere. Wow, look at them. Oh wow. Look at these. Just so many. These bees just everywhere on the side of the road. So many. Whoa. I'd like to see the honey from them. Pretty bridge that we're just going across. This is a bridge.
Arthur River.
At the edge of the world, it's the safest place you know. After dark, in the light of the Little Dipper's glow, where you send out all your secrets like a paper airplane show. From a ledge at the edge.
So this is the edge of the world, and that's the outlet of the river that comes in here, and the bridge that we just came across. So they call it the edge of the world because the claim is that there is no piece of land between here and Argentina. So it's a very, very long piece of open ocean. So right on the west coast of Tasmania, Tony's having a seat. What is it? Shells? Ah. She's sitting at the edge of the world. And they've got all sorts of depictions on the ground which look really interesting. Not quite sure what all of them are. So Aboriginal names, do you think?
At the edge of the world, it's the safest place you know. After dark, in the light of the Little Dipper's glow, where you send out all your secrets like a paper airplane show. From a ledge at the edge of the world. don't keep tight. When your head's got your heart in a
The edge of the world, northwest coast Tasmania. I cast my pebble onto the shore of eternity to be washed by the ocean of time. It has shape, form and substance. It is me. One day I will be no more, but my pebble will remain here on the shore of eternity, mute witness for the aeons that today I came and stood at the end of the world.
Very good. I like that.
at the edge of the world. It's the safest place you know. After dark, in the light of the little dipper's glow, where you send out all your secrets like a paper airplane show. From a ledge at the edge of the world. Are you lonely? There inside your mind, full of white walls, clocks that don't keep time. When your head's got your heart in a dead grip headlock, hold right, come find me. At the edge of the world, it's the safest place you know. After dark, in the light of the little dipper's glow, where you send out all your secrets like a paper airplane show. From a ledge at the edge of the world. At the edge of the world, it's the safest place you know. After dark, in the light of the little dipper's glow, where you send out all your secrets like a paper airplane show. From a ledge at the edge of the world.
Well, this is called Kuta Rocks, way out away from everything else on the west coast of Tasmania. There apparently is 7 families in this community, but if you have a look, they're very self-sufficient, and they have ocean views, and it looks like the predominant way in which they live is fishing. They have their own fishing boats, but as you can see, some of the homes have their own windmills. I don't know if that's electric generated, but they're quite unusual homes. But it's a very rugged area out here. And that boat got its own little anchor point. It's better than its own little wharf out the front of the house. It's got its own cove.
I can be the one that you call when you're stranded on a lonely sea. I can be the one that you call if you're sick of how the world can be. I can be the shelter you rely on when the belly of the storm takes hold. And I can be the shoulder that you lean on when the talons of the wind turn cold. I'll always be here to answer your call. If you need me, I'm always around. See, I do all I can, baby, please understand I'd do anything at all. When the river runs dry, I'll lead you to the sea. If you tumble and fall, I'll help you to your feet. If you need me around, I promise you, girl, I'd run to the edge of the world.
So I've just hiked out to the front of that beautiful home that's tucked in between the rocks here at Kuta Rocks. And from this perspective, it's just absolutely gorgeous. You can see that there's nothing in front of them. It's just basically straight out to the rocks. You can see those their own little wind farms in the back there with the propellers all over the place, but there is nothing around. It is just gorgeous. So I'm going to pan around and show you just how exposed this area is. I don't know what sort of storms they have to put up with, but there's some beautiful rock pools. And look at this little rock pool over here. Look at that. It's what we call a pretty natural looking bath. And the water, it doesn't matter where you look, you can just look right through the ground. I noticed too that the road I was following out, it looks like it goes all the way down the coast, because over on that sand hill in the distance I can pick up another track. So obviously they've got access down the coast as well. That cove in there is a beautifully protected one too. But it is very remote, so the next community is probably about an hour away from here, so they're definitely very self-sufficient. So the road to Carina, C249 that we were going to take, is completely closed, so it must have been a little bit more than a goat track.
Which someone told us about.
Yeah, so there's no going down the west coast at the moment. So we're going to have to go back inland to Smithton before we go down to Cradle Mountain. So this is Sumac Lookout, which is beautiful, right up in the top of the Rainforest National Park here. So we're just heading out on a bit of a walk to the lookout, and Tony's waiting for an exciting walk. You might be able to just make out the van up there. So we've only just had to walk down this very short little track, and it opened up into this beautiful lookout. What do you think, Tone?
Very pretty.
It is pretty.
A tiny window, but it's good.
Mm. Beautiful looking down on the river. Wonder if that's our Platypus River.
Are we anywhere near that?
Hmm.
Sure have done a loop then, haven't we?
Yep.
I've been travelling forever. If you look closely at the forest before, you will speak of an endless tussle for dominance in this landscape. The tallest trees in the distance are giant eucalypts that indicate the path of a roaring wildfire in the distant past. The eucalypt forests are well adapted to fire and require it for their continued survival. The dark green forests that largely occur along the wetter river flats indicate areas where fire has not ventured for many years. These forests are cool temperature rainforests dominated by myrtle beech, the darkest green tree crowns, and sassafras trees, the bright green conical shaped crowns. Unlike the eucalypt forest, the species in the rainforest don't require disturbance such as fire to reproduce. They are generally disadvantaged by disturbance as it allows in-light dependent, short-lived competitors. Over time, the rainforest can permeate and eventually replace the eucalypt forest unless other wildfire halts the process.
And it also has a lovely seat that we're going to sit at and just have a nice rest.
It's 5 o'clock.
Look at that. The exact right height for us. We can just look at the river. That's pretty nice. So this one of the
Exit the roundabout onto Scotchtown Road, then turn left.
One of the nicer parks we've been told about.
If it works out. I think we go down there, don't we? All the RVs were down there.
Were they?
Yeah.
We'll just see. We'll go around here. There's a nice lake there.
See them down there?
I think you're probably right. I don't know what's up here.
Nothing.
Lovely trees.
It is very pretty though.
Turn around here. Thirsty camel. So there would be a pub there, I would suggest. That's pretty though. Look, even dammed up the water for us.
Car coming. Closed June to September.
Over mountains high, down the canyons wide, let me roam and ride through timber. When the day is done, by the campfire's gleam, let me lie and dream of timber. Tall timber's calling, and the echoes ring. All of nature sings a song along the timber trail. Blue shadows falling down the canyon's vale, and the whispering pines incline along the timber trail. High in the sky above, a love song of the trees will blend and wend its way out on the breeze. Tall timbers calling, and the echoes ring. All of nature sings a song along the timber trail.
You're at the back of my van? Yeah? Are you friendly? Are you friendly? Are you friendly? I got nothing. I got nothing. Well guys, look at my view. This is outside my back window. This is the cutest free camp place I've ever seen. Look, hello ducks. Hello. Ah, what do ducks eat? They're not supposed to eat bread. No, very cute. This is just so pretty. Look, Dad Ben wanted a willow tree for me. Look what's beside me. A willow tree. My first real food since I've been away.